Hollywood, in color. It's The Dating Game. And here's the star of our show and your host, Jim Lang.
Thank you. Thank you and good evening. You're a wild group tonight. Listen, there's been a spectacular spate of articles recently in our national magazines on the subject of love. And they hold one common belief. Love can only happen. And when it does, it is wholly mysterious, irrational, inexplicable, and yet so rare that the finest poets have never succeeded in fully expressing its joy. Okay? We agree. Love is a happening. And during our first game this evening, we'll see if it happens to a sunny blonde just back from Europe when she meets 3 all-American bachelors, while game 2 matches an adventurous gal with 3 adventurous bachelors, one of whom is television's hard-hitting hawk, Burt Reynolds. First, a brief important message, and then we'll be right back to play the dating game.
Love to shop? Price the following items for $30. Is it the massaging foot spa or the fast-speed hair dryer? If you chose the foot spa, you're ready to clean up on Shop Till You Drop. Love to shop today, 4/3 Central, only on Game Show Network.
Mesothelioma. Don't fight it alone.
During the summer vacation she spent on a vagabond European spree, our first young lady had the opportunity of meeting many a diverse bachelor, from the poetry-loving, soft-spoken young men of North Wales to the animated, machine-gun-tongued firebrands of France. Well, now she's back home, and we thought she might enjoy being exposed to 3 more diverse bachelors, but all with one common denominator. They are all California born and bred, with that special American trademark we're sure that she'll enjoy. Let's meet the young men in question, and here they are. Good evening, gentlemen. Well, you couldn't ask for a more broad-shouldered American swinger than bachelor number 1, who's a lifeguard with the Avalon Harbor Department. Boats, surfing, and motorcycles are also his bag, and his name is Greg Harris. Greg, good evening. Good luck. Sports in general typifies bachelor number 2, who's interested in politics and sports cars also. He's a student, born in Hollywood. We'd like you to meet Jim Majid. Jim, good luck. And our young lady might enjoy the relaxed attitude of bachelor number 3. There's nothing more he enjoys than goofing off to Mexico, where he just surfs and soaks up the sun. He's a champion swimmer who plans on attending the Merchant Marine Academy in San Francisco, and his name is Brian Turnbull. Brian, good luck to you. And there they are. There's our panel of 3 diverse but dependable bachelors ready for game number 1. Now, in order to keep our young lady from hearing the introductions of our 3 gentlemen, we've kept her isolated off stage in a soundproof booth as usual. May we introduce her to you right now. Last summer, she took a European tour, which included a session of study at the University of North Wales. She loves poetry, art, and naturally travel. She's from Los Angeles, and we'd like you to welcome Nancy Spears. Hello, Nancy. How are you? Oh, your eyes look beautiful in color. We have 3 gentlemen over there. I know you know that, and they are going to answer your questions as best they can, and it's up to you to figure out which one you like best, okay? All right. Gentlemen over there, will ask you to say good evening to Nancy, if you would. Bachelor number 1, would you say good evening, please?
Good evening, Nancy.
Thank you. Number 2.
Good evening, Nancy.
And number 3.
Good evening, Nancy.
They're all ready to go. Do you have your questions set?
Right here.
Let's go. Nancy, have a seat right here. Have some fun. Make yourself comfortable. Pay careful attention, and good luck.
Bachelor number 3, what do you think of mini skirts?
Of mini skirts?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't want my girlfriend to wear one, but I like to see them when I'm in Hollywood.
How about bachelor number 1?
I think there's not enough of them.
Oh! Bachelor number 2?
I like them very much. I do.
Bachelor number 3 again. You've just invited me over for dinner. What's on your menu?
Oh, how about some exotic foods? Some lobster that I caught earlier this morning, some abalone that I've been pounding on all day.
You sound pretty safe. Okay. Bachelor number 1.
Same question.
Yes. Oh, I probably would have canned spaghetti.
Canned spaghetti.
A good
Okay.
European wine like Red Mountain. and just a nice quiet evening, I guess.
Okay. Bachelor number 2. If a girl said, kiss me goodnight, and you really didn't want to, what would you say to her?
I don't think I'd say anything. I'd kiss her goodnight.
Oh,
No
there aren't
qualms.
many girls you don't want to kiss, huh?
No, I can't think of one. No.
Bachelor number 3, same question.
I'd probably say, oh, I think I hear my mother calling me. I have to get home now.
Okay, bachelor number 1. Are you hoping I'll be a very intelligent blonde or a dumb blonde? Or blonde at all?
Well, hair color doesn't make any difference. It's what's underneath that counts.
Uh-huh. Intelligence?
Which
Oh,
thing?
just an all-rounded, good-looking sphere or anything.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
to have a lot of fun with.
Okay. Bachelor number 3. If I don't pick you for the date tonight, what will you do?
I'll cruise Hollywood until I find a cute girl and take her out.
Oh! Bachelor number 1. Same question.
I don't really know. Just go on living. I think it wouldn't be heart-shattering.
Oh, okay. Okay. Bachelor number 2. How did you get all your muscles?
Muscles?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's a long story, and
You don't have many?
no, I didn't say that I don't have muscles. It's you know, inheritable, I guess.
Uh-huh. Bachelor number 3. How did you get yours?
I do push-ups a lot and swim and run around the beach.
How about bachelor number 1?
I read a lot.
You read a lot.
Heavy books.
Okay. Bachelor number 3. What is this thing called love?
I'm not ready for that, so I don't want to have a definition for it. I just want to goof
Are
around
you a
until I'm 26.
heartbreaker?
No, I'm polite and
Yeah. I'm
What's up?
concerned. Okay. Bachelor number 2. What's the most trouble you've ever went to meet a girl?
Driving a long distance, that's something that's always bothered me. I just do not like to drive more than 2 miles, 3 miles.
Okay, that's it, Nancy. That's the signal. And now you must make up your mind. You have 60 seconds to think about the answers and decide which of the mystery bachelors will be your date. Meanwhile, we'll take time out for this message.
Crafty chemical companies have
Atkins, eat to succeed.
And here they are. Welcome back to the dating game. And Nancy, you've had 60 seconds to analyze the answers over there, and you have 3 distinct types, and it's all up to you which one appealed to you most. So which will it be for your big date? Will it be bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, or bachelor number 3? Nancy, which one will it be?
Bachelor number 3.
Bachelor number 3. Okay. Any big reason why you chose him?
You sounded mean.
He sounded mean. You like mean men? She selected him because he was mean. All right, well, let's find out how he turns out. Before you meet him, I'd like you to meet the gentleman you did not select. First, bachelor number 1 is a lifeguard with the Avalon Harbor Department. He's a muscular fella. He wasn't lying about those muscles. He likes boats. Boats, surfing, and motorcycles are his likes, and girls, obviously. Greg Harris. Greg, come on and say hello to Nancy. Greg, Nancy. Hey, the fuzz is growing good there, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Looks
Good
very
job.
nice.
Thank you.
You also didn't select bachelor number 2, Nancy, and this gentleman was born in Hollywood. He was the one who blanched a little at your mention of muscles, but I'm sure they're there. He's a student. He likes sports cars and politics. His name is Jim Major. Jim, come on and say good morning, or rather good evening to Nancy. Jim, thank you. You did a very fine job.
Thank you.
Did very well. And from Samsonite Luggage, gentlemen, for you, we know you'll be able to use a 26-inch man's two-suiter of handsome Samsonite luggage made by the Samsonite Corporation, featuring hidden locks, strong light magnesium frames, and Oxford gray with a scuff-resistant finish. And many thanks again for joining us on the dating room. Thank you very much. Greg, thank you. Well, this is it. Let's find out something about the gentleman you chose. You selected bachelor number 3. He is a champion swimmer. You like to swim? He loves to go to Mexico and just loaf around. That's a pretty good idea, too, huh? He's going to attend the Merchant Marine Academy in San Francisco soon. Brian Turnbull. Brian, come on and say hello to Nancy. Brian says says he's not ready for love yet, Nancy. But I'll tell you, maybe he's ready for this. You know, since there's proof positive that you enjoy traveling, Nancy, after your excursion last summer, we thought you wouldn't mind doing a little more traveling for your chaperone dream date with Brian. So, how about taking a trip to one of the great ski resorts of the world, the French Alps? Nestled in the Alpine Valley, surrounded by 25 towering peaks, Val d'Isère is one of France's greatest ski resorts. You'll fly from Los Angeles to Geneva, and then proceed by train to Val d'Isère, where you and Brian and your dating game chaperone will be staying at the picturesque Solez Hotel. You'll have every winter sport at your beck and call, in addition to a view of the French Alps, unparalleled for its majestic beauty. Returning to Geneva, you'll spend a day sightseeing in that picturesque home of many international organizations before flying home. Travel arrangements for your chaperone dream date to Val d'Isère were made by TWA, whose luxurious Starstream jets, nationwide and worldwide, extend a warm welcome to the world of Transworld Airlines. Happy traveling, Nancy and Brian. Not too many sitz marks, huh? Have a good time. Calm her down a little. Whee! Electronic devices are all well and good as far as matchmaking is concerned, but our more modified dating game device may send our next young lady on a dream date with the gentleman who created the role of Hawk on ABC television, Burt Reynolds. However, the choice is up to her, as we'll discover after Johnny Jacobs tells us about the special gifts we have for this evening's special guests.
Well, for that touch of elegance, Jim, for our gorgeous dating gals, we have Tuvara by Tuvache. Tuvara, the perfume the in crowd rates the most. And since it's music that makes a party swing for our dating bachelors, we have the new portable Motorola solid-state stereo high-fidelity phonograph. It has a 4-speaker stereo sound system, and the tone arm on the record changer is so light, you can drop it without damaging your records. And with an equally light touch, here's Jim Lang.
Thank you much, Johnny. Thank you. We recently read an amusing account of the plight in which a young lady found herself when she tried a computer matchmaking system and wound up with a selection of bachelors who either tipped a full plate of Moo Goo Gai Pan in her lap or invited her up to their pads to admire their closet full of jelly beans. Now, she sadly concluded that love cannot be programmed. And that's the way it is in life, and that's the way it is on the dating game. To wit, one pretty young girl and 3 eligible bachelors. And here they are. Gentlemen, good evening. Well, you must admit that a young man has more than a passing interest in America if he hitchhikes from coast to coast in order just to visit every state in the Union. That odyssey personifies the personality of bachelor number 1, who is a claims adjuster from Chicago, Illinois. May we meet Chuck Beck. Chuck, good evening and good luck. Among the notable television shows of last season was Hawk, the hard-hitting police series which brought to the television screens a dynamic portrayal of the title role by bachelor number 2. He's a former All-Southern Conference football star. He has been seen on the stage in Tea and Sympathy, and look, we've come through, and we'd like you to welcome Burt Reynolds. Burt, good evening. And the holder of the world's pole vault record. Bachelor number 3 was the first man ever to top the 17-foot mark and set the amazing record of 17 feet, 6 1/4 inches. Here, with the permission of the Amateur Athletic Union of the United States, is John Pennell. John, good luck to you. And there they are, 3 eligible and very eligible gentlemen looking forward to meeting our young lady. And, of course, to keep her from hearing the introductions of our gentlemen, we have kept her isolated off stage in a soundproof booth. May we introduce her to you right now. An active and adventurous young lady, she was a gymnastics instructor, loves scuba diving and mountain climbing. She has no definite plans for the future, but would like to travel, and we'd like you to welcome Susan Gates. Hello, Susan. Good evening. Scuba diving, mountain climbing, huh? I'll tell you what, we have 3 gentlemen over there I'm sure would love to do either one with you. All you have to do is select the one you like best. Okay, and your questions, of course, are the basis for your decision. And we start simply by hearing their voices. Maybe that'll give you an idea. Bachelor number 1, would you say good morning to Susan, please?
Good morning, Susan.
Thank you. Number 2.
Good evening, Susan.
And number 3.
Good evening, Susan.
All right. The three wild guys. You have your questions all set? Okay, Susan, have a seat right here. Make yourself comfortable. When you're ready to go, you may begin, and good luck.
Okay, bachelor number 1. What's one thing I can be absolutely sure of when I go out on a date with you?
That you'll have a good time.
Okay, bachelor number 3. Same question.
I think that the only thing you can be sure of is you'll laugh a lot.
Okay, bachelor number 2. Give me an imitation of how a girl would sound breaking a date with you over the phone.
She'd sound terrible.
Okay, bachelor number 1. Turn to bachelor number 2 and propose to me, pretending that he is me, please.
This is not going to be easy. I've never done this, you know. It's really a hard thing to say.
You have to start somewhere. Pretend that number 2 is Susan.
Susan, after all, we've been going together now for 3 weeks. And I think it's about time we got serious about things.
He accepted.
Bachelor number 2, would you propose to me just directly, please?
Directly?
Uh-huh.
I think it'd be wonderful if we got married and ended this silly affair we've been having behind this board.
Bachelor number 3, what are a couple sports you'd like to teach me?
I don't think I'd like to teach you gymnastics, because you probably know more than I do about it, even though I like gymnastics myself. I would think swimming would be very interesting, or diving.
Why diving?
Well, I like to dive myself, so...
Okay. Bachelor number 1, how do you encourage a shy girl to be more romantic?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a difficult problem. I suppose just by trying to inspire a little confidence by being a, square shooter and a regular guy. But I think liquor helps a lot.
Number 2, how would you handle the situation?
How would I try to get you from being shy?
Uh-huh.
Any way I could.
Bachelor number 3, what do you have at your house I wish I had at mine?
Well, I guess a lot of, a lot of nothing.
Okay, bachelor number 2, what do you have at your house that I like?
Me, I think.
Bachelor number 1, if you were James Bond for a day, what would you do first?
Oh.
Bachelor
That's
number
good.
2, if you were James Bond, what would you do?
If I was James Bond, I'd never stop making those pictures with all those lovely girls.
All right, Susan, that's it. Time is up, and now you have 60 seconds to make up your mind which of our mystery bachelors will be your choice for a date. And meanwhile, let's listen to this message.
These days, everything's getting smarter, including you, because you're watching GSN. It's actually good for your brain.
Bring it on.
So get smarter now, only on Game Show.
What's your policy?
Welcome back to the dating game, and Susan, time's up. Now we're going to have to get a decision. There are 3 fine gentlemen over there, all with good answers, and it's up to you which one, personality-wise, appealed to you most. Was it bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, or bachelor number 3? Susan, who gets the date?
Bachelor number 3.
Number 3, bachelor number 3. Congratulations over there, number 3. Now, before you meet your date, Susan, I think it would be nice if you met the 2 gentlemen you didn't select, okay? And just say hello. You didn't select bachelor number 1. This gentleman hitchhiked from coast to coast to show you the kind of nerve he's got. He's from Chicago, Illinois, a claims adjuster, Chuck Beck. Straight shooter, Chuck Beck. Chuck, come on and say hello to Susan. Chuck, you did a fine job. Thank you very much. Susan, you also did not select bachelor number 2, and this gentleman is an excellent actor. As a matter of fact, he has been on the Broadway stage many times. He was the star of the ABC television series Hawk. You did not select Burt Reynolds. Burt, come on and say hello to Susan. Burt, nice try.
Thank you.
Did a fine job. Both of you gentlemen did, as a matter of fact. And we have for each of you from Dante a set of genuine jade cufflinks, set in elegant Italian gold finish. And as a dividend, Centurion by Dante, the glory of Rome, in a classic cologne and aftershave. Thank you again for playing the dating game. Good luck, Bert. Thank you very much. Good luck to you. Are you ready? Is there any reason why you selected number 3? You didn't tell us.
Well, he really appeals to me.
He appealed to you? Why does he appeal to you? Any particular reason? You told me. Now, don't tell the world. She said because he's shy. Isn't that sweet? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something else about shy number 3. He is the holder of the world's pole vault record. You're interested in gymnastics? This gentleman is one of the best. He pole vaulted 17 feet, 6.5 inches, here on permission of the American Association, or AAU of the United States, from Memphis, Tennessee, John Pennell. John, come on and say hello to Susan. John, congratulations. All right, Susan, now, you both are kind of shy, so I don't expect you to get overly friendly here, but maybe you can embrace on this thought. Susan, since you were in the isolation booth, you don't know that our first couple are going on a ski trip to the French Alps. Now, how would you two like to go skiing? John? Susan? All right, well, I tell you what, like it or not, you both are going on a chaperone ski trip to Cortina, Italy. That's right, Cortina d'Ampezzo, home of the Winter Olympics of 1956, and one of the most important and beautiful winter sports resorts in Europe, is also considered to be an in-place by the ski birds, Susan. And you and John and your dating game chaperone will be flying to Milan, Italy, where you'll change planes for Cortina. Your headquarters for 2 full days of winter sports and excitement will be the Hotel Miramont Majestic. And among the added attractions you'll enjoy is a tour of that mountain paradise in a horse-drawn sleigh, a visit to the Olympic Ice Stadium, and, of course, magnificent skiing in a magnificent setting. You ski?
Trying.
You can give it a... How about you, Brian? Okay, well, you give her a few tips. Okay. Besides, the scenery is so beautiful. John, congratulations. Keep jumping. The Olympics are coming up. And Susan, do you ski? You said just a little bit. Ready to throw a kiss? Let her go.
To succeed on Minute to Win It, all you have to do is roll, hit, grab, balance, stack, hoop, flip, bounce, aim, and slide.
They're not done yet. I'm gonna give you the boom, too.
You may also have to catch, yank, blow, shuffle, shake, twirl, shoot, and toss. To win it all, you gotta do it all.
These guys are gonna go all the way.
The all-new Minute to Win It, hosted by Apollo Ono. All new Tuesdays starting at 8, 7 Central. Only on GSN.